Imagine being told you're powerless in changing your destiny, like a ship without a sail in the vast ocean. This belief, sadly, is not uncommon, and it comes from those we look up to: preachers, teachers, speakers, and even our closest ones. But what if I told you that within you lies a dormant volcano of mental prowess, waiting to erupt and reshape your world? Every day, countless individuals are shadowed by doubts cast upon them by others. It's a tragic truth that many hear the words, "You can't," more often than "you can." These negative affirmations come from various sources in our lives, clouding our belief in our innate capabilities. However, the reality couldn't be further from this bleak picture. Inside you, right now, is a boundless power, a hidden arsenal of mental strengths capable of overcoming any adversity, transforming dreams into tangible realities, and steering life towards a path of success and fulfillment. This guide is not just about uncovering these hidden mental powers. It's a testament to the undeniable fact that with determination and the right mindset, you can indeed change your life for the better. Ready to embark on this journey? Let's dismantle these myths and unlock the extraordinary potential that resides within you. Just imagine what we would accomplish if we used our whole brain, is something you may have heard, along with the story of how people only use 1/10 of their brain. Well, I'd like to change that story a little. Just think about what would happen if you only used 10% of your brain. It would be great to be able to use all of your brain power, but take a moment to think about the amazing things you can do with just 10% of your brain power. Huge steps forward in science and technology, travel around the world, amazing inventions, love, hope, waking up to a new day, and even life itself are all possible with this small portion of our brain power. If you can do all of this and more with so little, just think what you could do with 10% more brain power. Let's not be greedy. Let's be happy with getting what we want, meeting our daily needs, having the strength to stay alive, and enjoying the happiness of love and good health. All of these things are yours when you awaken your mental powers. This magical master has helped thousands of people live better lives by telling them to rest. Not many of us think about the fact that thinking, like hope and wanting, takes mental energy. Sometimes we need to take a break from magical and mystic practices to recharge our minds and bodies. This is especially true if we've been busy with work or play. Frank Rudolph Young, the man of wonder and the world-famous scientist of the mind, has discovered hidden mental powers. It's a miracle of mind magic and an amazing way to bring out your hidden abilities. This episode is about the secret of that. If you want more brain power, Mr. Young says you need to take care of the brain power you already have. Why? Your brain, which is the most amazing engine in your body, will help you grow your new powers. It's important to know that brain work is almost twice as tiring as physical work. You need more sleep and rest when you work with your brain than when you lift weights. Scientists have shown in the lab that it only takes about 4 hours of sleep to get your energy back, but it takes almost twice as long to get your brain back to normal. If you want the best results from your work, you should be well rested before you engage and use a secret mental power. Before you try the occult and magical methods in this episode, make contact while you're in a comfortable position and take a moment to relax. This will give your eyes and brain a break. Get some fresh air and power up your batteries. Mr. Young says that once you've had enough rest, the next step is to get rid of the mental illusions that make you weak. The more you feel like you're not as smart as other people, the less mental power you have. What makes you feel bad about yourself? Tell the truth to yourself. People worry about different things when they try to catch these demons. Someone thinks his nose is too big, and someone else thinks he is too small. One woman is worried about how big her breasts are, and another is afraid she's too old to do well. Some of the things that Mr. Young says will drain your personal power are your low income, the fact that you don't feel important at work, the chance that you won't feel safe enough in old age, your declining sexual potency, the stock market, your partner's loyalty, your kids' behavior in school or college, and the fact that you have to start a new career in middle age. Get rid of whatever is making you less well. The Mystic Master Key is the way to do it. Right now, think of something else that happened and that you enjoyed. Think of a sports event where the team or player you supported won big, and play the game over and over in your mind. Try to remember a trip where you had a whale of a time. Remember a person you met who made you feel great all the time. You could even play solo if that's your thing. Get away from the situation that you can't stand right now. To put it another way, by thinking about the past in a useful way. Now let's look at Mr. Young's shocking secret of the Wonder Mind Magic Booster, which will give you more mental power and help you become as rich, famous, and successful as you deserve to be. How to use the Wonder Mind Magic Booster to bring out your hidden mental powers in 3 easy steps. First, for 5 seconds, think about any goal, dream, or wish you want to come true. Right away, picture it coming true, and keep that picture in your mind for about 4 seconds. Step 2. Think about your goal, dream, or wish for another 5 seconds. This time, bring it up from the depths of your mind and pull out all the details. Right away, picture it coming true again, and hold that image for about 4 seconds. This time, picture it much more clearly and fully than before. Add the details so that it seems like it's really happening. Step 3. Hold that goal, dream, or wish in your mind for another 5 seconds. This time, think about it so deeply that you can remember every single detail. Right away, picture it coming true again, and hold that image for about 4 seconds. This time, picture it so clearly that it seems to happen right in front of your eyes. These 3 easy steps are very similar to methods that masters used in the past. They will open the door to a magical power that will amaze you. How to practice making the Miracle Mind Magic Booster stronger? What do you want? More cash? A partner? Is there bread? A raise in pay? You might need more love in your life, or someone close to you might need to get better from a terrible illness or problem. You can use this magical power to make miracles happen in your own life, no matter what you want, need, or desire. Do it every day if you can. Take a break from your hard work first, and then do the 3 simple steps. Do your best to practice every chance you get. Picture your dream, wish, or goal very clearly in your mind. If you need more time, don't be afraid to take it. I understand if you need more time. The most important thing at first is to learn this mystic method and make it a part of you. You can shorten the time span to what is needed over time. Your full attention and interest in the dream, goal, or wish you have in your mind are always very important. Look at it very carefully and look at every feature as if you were trying to remember it. You'll be able to clearly picture your dream or goal, and your hidden mental power will come to you. The second will fill the first. The magical power will bring your hope or dream to life on the real level. To put it simply, your wish will come true. If your dream, hope, or need is to get somewhere, for example, picture a car as in the first step above, as if it were already real. Picture yourself getting a car. Don't picture yourself wanting a car. You already have one. Imagine yourself driving that needed car in your mind. Because Mr. Young worked on it, you can count on this mystic power. This power of the mind has helped me in many times. How Steve B. got a good job that paid well and kept him and his family from going bankrupt. Steve B. from Canton, Ohio, was out of work, just like a lot of other guys. A finance company threatened to take back Steve's car. His bills were due and getting higher, and his young wife and kids were almost starving. To make things worse, Steve was drinking too much to forget about his problems. Steve started hanging out with some rowdy people in the bar and started to act like them by whining about everything: prices, unfairness, the rich getting richer and the poor getting poorer, and a lot of other things that were going wrong in his life. But that was before he knew about the Mind Magic Booster wonder. The first time Steve did the 3 steps was on a Friday afternoon. He was making $800 a month as an assistant office manager at a big company on the following Monday. How did this amazing thing happen? The strangest thing is that it started when Steve was running home. He went over a wall and fell into the street, just missing being hit by a car. The driver of the car slammed on the brakes just in time. He came out of the car shaking and sweating, thinking that he had really hit the poor man. Steve had only gotten a scratch on the arm, which made Mr. James L. feel a lot better. Mr. L. helped Steve get up and insisted on taking him home. Here he met Steve's lovely family, his beautiful wife Anna and their 2 kids, Tom, 6, and Lisa, 2. After Anna asked Mr. L. to stay for tea, coffee was too expensive for them. He talked to both of them. Mr. L. is sensitive to human sadness. Steve slowly woke up, and Mr. L. listened to this family's problems. Even though it broke his heart, Mr. L. knew he could help them in a practical way. He knew about the magic mind booster, though, because it had helped him. Wouldn't it also help Steve? Mr. L. talked about how the stimulator worked for the next hour and a half. Joanna and Steve, on the other hand, were not really ready to listen and understand, but Anna was. That night, she was taking the 3 easy steps above, while Steve slept it off and was caught in the living room. Ann B. was practicing all night Friday, all morning Saturday, all afternoon Saturday while the kids slept, all morning Sunday after church, and all afternoon Sunday. In an amazing way, her hard work paid off. During the early hours of Monday morning, Mr. L. called. He wanted to know what Steve did for a living during the day. Anna said Steve could do almost anything and was generally reliable. She said he was just scared and stressed out right now. Could he do something like type? It was Mr. L. He could, of course. Had he ever been a boss before? I agree, Anna said. Steve had been in charge of a plant for more than 3 years. Mr. L. yelled on the phone, "Fine, send him over here right away in a business suit. My assistant manager left me hanging and I need help right away." Anna was so happy and shocked that she almost passed out. "But that's weird," she exclaimed. "What is?" "Well, remember that mind stimulator you were telling us about? I've been doing it since you left, but this is the uncanny part. I was visualizing Steve in a business suit in a nice clean office, making lots of money without having to slave for it." Mr. L. chuckled over the phone and said, "No wonder my assistant manager disappeared. Not only does Steve no longer drink and complain, he drinks coffee brewed by a very happy wife and smiling children." Moreover, when Anna told him what she had done, Steve was then eager to learn about the mystic technique for altering circumstances. Now he's practicing the 3 magic steps. Why, this ambitious young man wants a promotion into a higher-paying position in the company. With the Wonder Mind Magic Booster, you decide how far you can go. Question and answer session about how the Wonder Mind Magic Booster works and its power. Is it right for someone to want to be rich? It's not only right to settle for less, it's also a waste of time. You know how much you're worth and shouldn't settle for less. Questions. What is the best way to use this method to find a spouse? Answer. It's an interesting point that Mr. Young suggested that you picture things in great detail. When you picture a man or a woman, you should always include in your mental picture the traits you want your new partner to have, not just how they look. You don't want a bad product to come in a pretty box. How can I get the person I love to agree to marry me? There is always the urge to nag, beg, or trick a mate into giving a positive answer. Do not do it. If you use the Miracle Mind Magic Booster the way it says to, Your partner will surprise you by coming to you with the idea. Try to picture them asking you the big question, "Will you marry me?" A store in my neighborhood holds a drawing every week for money and food. If I use the Miracle Mind Magic Booster, will it help me win? Answer: that's a great way to test this power. Just do what it says without any changes. Close your eyes, take a deep breath, and picture yourself being called by the store manager to let you know you won this week. Pay attention to every little thing. Picture yourself picking up the phone, hearing the good news, putting on your coat with excitement, leaving the house quickly to go to the store, and most of all, reaching out for the big prize. The same steps can be used for any kind of raffle. In Toledo, a woman who only had $50 won a race and got $5,000. Simple steps to use the Miracle Mind Magic Stimulator. With the Wonder Mind Magic Booster, you can combine the psychic energies that you need to change the way your brain works and make the right environment to access the secret mental power you need to reach your goal, dream, or wish. The 10% performance of your brain is not enough to stimulate the mental areas that need to be stimulated. Your mind can't flash the charge of energy it needs to make magic happen in your life because you've learned not to be successful. With the 3-step massager, on the other hand, the vivid picture of success you paint for your goal, dream, or wish is so incredibly real that it makes your whole body react as if it were already real. It changes the things that are stopping you from being completely happy. As a result, success is yours. Because of this, you need to make the Miracle Mind Magic Booster in 3 steps. Each step makes the one before it seem even more real, until your final picture in step 3 is so real that it makes your brain use its secret powers. This changes your luck right away. Poor mouthing is the most dangerous monster of all. Don't say, "I don't even have enough money to get food stamps." Instead, picture a truck or freight car full of food, even though you don't really want a freight car full of food. This over-the-top image will get the message across to your subconscious mind. When you picture something, think big. Don't be sad about "he or she doesn't love me." Instead, picture yourself with the best, most lasting love you've ever known. You're really lucky. Start writing down the things you do have instead of the things you don't have. Picture them. The Miracle Mind Magic Booster has 3 easy steps that you should follow. You might imagine that you already have the things you want and need so badly. Don't let the bad thought, "I don't," control your life. Change things right now. Don't let anyone tell you that you can't change your life or achieve. Turn down all of this negative advice and go out and rule the world. Mystic power can help you get the good things in life that you deserve. Rest is very important. Take it easy in a comfortable chair, sofa, or even bed. Take a moment to close your eyes. Inhale deeply, slowly, and easily as you slow down your breathing. Take a break from the work you've done today before you use the secrets of occult and magical methods. You will need all the brain power you can get. But where are the fears and sadness that drain your vitality? Put them aside for now and think of something else right away. Something nice, something you enjoy, a success or win you remember, or a good time. But leave today's problems behind while you use your mystic power. Follow the 3 steps of vision that were given to you. Do each step on its own and be sure to follow through with them in your daily life. Make your goal clear in your mind and then follow the 3 magic steps to success with focus. Remember that Steve B was about to fail, but almost overnight he found success and happiness in his own life and the lives of those around him. You can do the same thing. The Wonder Mind Magic Booster is the first power in your treasure house that you can use. When you visualize, just follow these 3 easy steps, and your dreams will come true. Don't put other people down and keep track of your problems. Think positively, have big dreams, and never give up hope. You will be rich in the end. You could be using this power right now and not even know it. Many of us think or picture things without doing anything with them. Now you are going to turn this process of picturing into an activity. No more gathering wool for no reason. Use your busy, growing, creative mind instead. Write down your images in a notebook that you can access often. Compare what you've written to the parts of this show. Do this all the time to stay fresh. This is where all of your magical powers are kept. Jung also says that your brain does not do the thinking by itself. When you think something, your body responds right away. Your nerve cells also think. Your nerve ganglia are groups of nerve cells along your sense nerves, or the nerves that send messages from your body to your brain. Your nerve plexuses are networks of nerves that connect to each other, and your nerve responses are how your nerves respond to touch. All of this is part of a new physiological language your body speaks when you think. Most of it is invisible to you and others, except when you blush, tremble, or flush. Your eyes shine. You get antsy, angry, or ready to run away. And like 15% of people, you might even have a mechanism in your mind that lets you make up stories. They have shown that you can hear colors along with sounds and words when you think. That would make your body language even more different. If you stand in the wrong way, it could put stress on your spinal cord and stop nerve electricity from moving freely through your body and brain. Your skeletal muscles' tenseness or relaxation while you think will also change your thoughts. Your muscles can think with them by automatically assuming positions or movements that make you think they will succeed, or they can think against them by automatically assuming positions or movements that make you think they will fail. Even the presence or lack of pain, like a headache or stomachache, will tell your organs to think along with you or not, which will change the way your thoughts make your body talk. When you really think about something, it's best to do it in a good environment, because it doesn't take much to mess up the smooth flow of information going up and down your spinal cord. It's also important to know that brain work is almost twice as tiring as physical work. You need more sleep and rest when you work with your brain. Jung also talks about how gained physical distortions can make your secret mental powers less useful. An abnormal spine curve is the most significant physical flaw that restricts your secret mental powers. Your spine is made up of bones that go from the base of your head to your hips. It holds most of your spinal cord. The nerves that go from your brain to your body and from your body to your brain are all in your spinal cord. The nerves that go from your brain to your face are not in there. It goes from the base of your head to the very end of your sacrum. If your spinal cord is physically twisted, it could start as high as the inside of your head and go past where the nerves that run through it leave your spine and tailbone and enter your body. If it hits a nerve center in your brain, it may send nerve radiation all the way to where that nerve ends in your body. A sagging abdomen that pulls on your ribs, shoulders that aren't level, walking with one or both feet thrown outward instead of straight ahead, or doing sports or jobs that require you to stand in bad posture for long periods of time are some other physical problems that can make it harder to use your secret mental powers. This is especially true if they cause or add to your abnormal spinal curvature. Pain from any illness will also make it harder for you to use your secret mental powers. Pain prevents complete mental focus and typically necessitates changing your normal stance and movement patterns to alleviate it. Because of this mismatch in your body physics, your spine has to make up for it by taking on one or more odd curves, which puts stress on your spinal cord, because, as we already said, nerve electricity potential in your brain and nervous system runs both ways through the spinal cord. The way your spine curves can make your secret mental powers stronger or weaker. When your spine's walls press on, twist, or twist a part of your spinal cord, the nerves on that side of the cord become numb to a varying degree and make it harder for nerve electricity to flow through them. If your spine isn't curved properly, the nerves on the other side of that part of your spinal cord may be stretched or twisted in a way that isn't normal. This is because your spinal cord is bent because it is close to your spine. This kind of abnormal stress on that part of your spinal cord wears out the nerves that run through it and makes them less able to send the full power of the nerve energy that flows both ways through them. If you've had spinal distortion for a long time, the discs between your vertebrae may have changed permanently. These discs may now press on the nerves in your spinal cord, lowering the strength of the nerve electricity that flows up and down your spinal cord. Your brain will have more mental power as soon as the spine distortion is lessened, because your spinal cord will have some of the nerve electricity energy it lost back. The Wonder Mind Magic Booster then sets off a secret mental power in you. This secret mental power creates nerve electricity dynamite in you and changes your body's language to the right one, creating the perfect environment in your brain for explosive mind magic. How to free the hidden mental power that a squeezing spine is holding back. To free the hidden mental powers that a squeezing spine is holding back, you need to straighten your spine as much as you can until it looks normal again. If your spine is wrongly moved, you should get help from an expert. When you are sick in any way, either your sympathetic or parasympathetic nervous system takes over. This is how a secret mental power can treat different illnesses through their own native bodily languages. The opposite method takes over when you're healing and gets you back to health. You have a disease that takes over your nerve system even more as you get worse. When the disease lasts for a long time, both of these nervous systems stay fixed. However, the one that controls the disease signs is more active. Most signs are changes from how things should work. The medical post generally gives out drugs that don't directly fix a sickness, but make its effects better. After that, the body is free to return to usual activities and get better. Through spine correction, the doctor hopes to do the same thing. The doctor might use hypnosis, encouragement, or some other form of treatment. They might even give you medicine to help your mind ease the effects of the illness and let your tissues heal themselves. In each case, the main goal is to get the symptoms back to normal, or to change the disease's bad bodily language into a positive one so that it can talk the language of health. Once this goal is reached, the diseased tissue sends healthy changes to your nerves about pain, warmth, and other things to your conscious mind. Because of this, you feel different when your high fever goes down, your heart beats less fast, or your stomach stops shaking. Then, your aware mind naturally gets the secret mental strength or body confidence it needs to beat that illness. It sends this belief to your inner mind in a flash. Then, your inner mind sends it to the part of your nervous system that is healthy and gets rid of the disease. That changes the bad message your body is using to a good, healthy one. After that, your body starts to heal itself. Whenever you think, some of your brain's 13 billion nerve fibers line up in a certain order, out of a million others that could happen. This is how you can use any secret mental power to make your nerve fibers line up straight in your brain and perform mind magic. They might not be able to do that, though, for many reasons, the main one being that they have different ideas. One thing that has more than 10 million nerve cells is your brain. A computer is made up of a few 100,000 parts, which are like nerve cells. So your brain will stay at least 10,000 times more complicated than a computer for a while longer. That's why you can't always solve your problems right away, and why you often use the incubation effect. When you have a problem you can't figure out, you wait a few hours, days, or weeks, and the answer comes to you. Something that is stopping you from solving your problem loses its power during that time, letting the answer happen on its own, in you, perhaps through your subconscious mind. That is, the answer to the problem was always in your thoughts, but other ideas were stopping you from acting on it. So, if you had a secret mental power strong enough to get rid of the block, your conscious mind could solve the problem right then and there, without having to wait hours, days, or weeks. The Miracle Mind Magic Booster can help you find that quick answer. You can make the nerve fibers of any secret mental power line up straight in your brain with that magic tool, which will then set off the mind magic of your conscious mind. I read about the Wonder Mind Magic Booster earlier in the show, and we've talked about it a lot. Let's go over it again. These are the 3 steps. Step 1. For 5 seconds, think about the goal, dream, or wish you want to come true. Then, picture it coming true right away, and hold that image for 4 seconds. Next, think about your goal, dream, or wish for another 5 seconds. This time, though, go deeper into your mind to find it and pull out more details. Then picture it coming true again right away, and hold that image for 4 seconds. This time, picture it more clearly and fully than the first time. Let the specifics fit in. Step 3. Think about your goal, dream, or wish again for 5 seconds, but this time you look into it so deeply that you remember every single detail. Then picture it happening right away, and keep picturing it that way for 4 seconds. This time, picture it so clearly that it seems to happen right in front of your eyes. For best results, use this tool with one goal, dream, or wish at a time. To help you move from one step to the next, practice each one until you can do it quickly, easily, and with such clarity that it makes your head almost float off your body. If you can't do each step in the time allotted at first, go back and do it again, this time taking more time. If you need to, spend up to 30 seconds on each whole step at first, but soon you'll want to shorten that time because your mind will get tired and bored from thinking about something as vague as a picture for so long. When you first start the practice, your goal, dream, or wish will just drift through your thoughts. But try to dig deeper and see all sides of it. When you think about it, your Wonder Mind Magic Booster will bring out all of your hidden mental power, which will then be used to make it happen. As an example, if your goal, dream, or wish is to get a big promotion at work, picture yourself getting that promotion as the first step. In the second step, picture yourself quickly and successfully doing everything you need to do to get that big raise. The third step is to picture yourself doing what you need to do to get that big raise. Shortly but truly, do it so that you feel like you've already won that big boost through your hard work and can't help but get it now. Do it, whether your goal is to make a lot of money and retire, to win over the person you love, to get a powerful supporter on your side, to calm your nerves and stop worrying, to use the best judgment in everything you do, to be the smartest in any plans you have for the future, to get rid of pain and illness, to stay sexually and maritally healthy, to become an expert at a new skill, or to stay young forever. Picture yourself taking each of the 3 steps, becoming more and more sure that each one is willed to happen and has already happened. Then, the picture of it coming true will be so vivid in your mental field that it will make you feel as though the goal, dream, or wish has actually come true. If you only visualize for 5 or 4 seconds at a time, your conscious mind will think about each step for long enough to make it a part of your subconscious mind. After that, your body's language will respond fully and set the stage for the secret mental power you have activated. That the Wonder Mind Magic Booster is so powerful is because it works by amplifying the power of each system in the body. This has been proven scientifically over and over again. For instance, if 2 sensory nerves connect to a muscle's motor nerve, the muscle won't contract when just one of the sensory nerves is stimulated, but it will contract when both are stimulated at the same time. This process is known as summing. It's the same thing as a natural power boost. All nerves need to be stimulated in a certain way before they can send a message to a muscle or function. What you see here is called the threshold signal. Nerves won't pay attention to weaker stimulations. If the warning it gets from your body or mind is too weak for it to handle, your sympathetic nervous system won't tell your body to fight or run away. When your sympathetic nervous system gets an alarm, it has to be strong enough to boost its physiological power. Only then will it speed up your heartbeat to get more blood to your muscles in an emergency, narrow the capillaries in your skin and viscera to make more blood available to your muscles, or raise your blood sugar or metabolism to give your muscles more energy to fight, and so on. You can give your body the extra natural power it needs to change its language and create the right environment to access the secret mental power you need for your goal, dream, or wish with the Wonder Mind Booster. For your body to change its bodily language enough, your normal self will not send it a strong enough signal on its own. Because of this, your mind isn't able to send you such a strong stimulus because you have lost faith in your natural abilities or your chances of reaching your goals. But with the Wonder Mind Magic Booster, the vivid picture of yourself achieving your goal, dream, or wish is so strangely real that it makes your whole body react as if the picture had already come true and changes you into the person you would become. Because of this, you automatically pick up on that person's body language. Because of this, you need to make the Miracle Mind Magic Booster in 3 steps. Each step makes the one before it seem even more real, until your final image in step 3 is so real that it forces your body to change the way it's communicating with itself. That makes you right away the kind of person who can reach your goal, dream, or wish. Learn how to use the Miracle Mind Magic Booster in 3 easy steps. They are things you will use over and over to access your secret mental powers. Last but not least, I'd like to talk about what Jung calls the occultimatic power stimulator, which is a list of questions. The questions below show the main things that everyone wants in order to make their life better. What would you say? Write down your answers, and then think about the picture that comes to mind for each question and answer very deeply. He has some questions. I'll read them to you and give you some time to think about them. If you can, do write them down in a diary. At the very least, give these questions some thought. If you need to, you can pause the movie and come back to it for the next question. Could I move to a different house? What would the new house look like? What do I really want right now? What does the good life look like to me? Need something to make my life better? Would you like more money, a vacation, a trip to relax, or a new TV? What do I need the most right now? Second, what? Right now, what can I do to boost my mystic power? What kind of job do I want? To reach my goals, how much money do I need at the very least? How can I make things better for my family and friends? The Miracle Mind Magic Booster will work better if you ask these questions. Now, I read this chapter because Frank Rudolph Jung describes the process of visualizing in a way that is very different from other authors. He does this by using physiological language to help you understand the link between our spines and our minds, including how we think and how we use electricity. Also, the activator may seem pretty basic, but it speeds up a process that happens automatically when you visualize something coming true. You try to picture something at first, but it's not very clear. You'll understand it a little better the next time you do it. You add more details the next time you do it. This makes you think of more details and makes what you're picturing more powerful. Jung says it's better to do things fast because your mind will get tired, but I think you can do it longer if you speed up that 3-step process. I might even come up with a Miracle Mind Magic Booster meditation that we can use, but give it a try. Feel free to ask yourself some of those things. Anything is possible. Straighten up your back. Know how your body works. Neville Goddard taught us that the feeling is the key, and this will turn your mind and fantasy into a strong way of making reality.